Okay, if you know the meaning and keep it with you, fine. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together. See, I like this particular, title. It's not a title. It's a dialogue uttered by one of the characters in the story. Okay. Before we discuss what is given in the text, let me, you know, let me give you few information about few people. Clear. Most important sailors in the world. Most important sailors in the world. Clear. They are the reason. They are the reason for the. Are they open the gateway for global imperialism? They open the gateway for global imperialism. I hope you can understand. You can understand what is the meaning of imperialism. I have studied in social science in your previous classes itself. Clear. First one is Vasco da Gama. First one is Vasco da Gama. Anybody knows about Vasco da Gama? Who is Vasco da Gama? Maybe in the medieval period, okay, all the countries in the world, especially European countries, they they were in search for India, sea route to India. Yeah, Portuguese explorer, very good. Portuguese explorer, and he is the one. He is the one at first discovered sea route to India. Sea route to India. After his discovery, 100 years after his discovery, sea route to India, all other European countries they discovered. They started coming to India and colonized. Clear. So he came to India. He came to India. He landed in India there in Calicut in the year 1498. 1498, and we studied even British, they established their East India Company in the year 1600. 1600. It has taken 100 years. Okay, so you can understand first colony in India, first European colony in India is Portuguese. Okay, then followed by Dutch, Danish, and then French colonies. Okay, so he is the first one who discovered sea route to India. Okay, from Europe to Asia. Okay, he is the one who discovered the sea route that connects Europe and Asia. Okay, through Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Through Atlantic and Indian Ocean. Discovery of a sea route to India, open the gate, open the way for an age of global imperialism. Global imperialism. Clear. All other European countries they started coming to India, colonized. Okay, French and almost around 350 years we have been ruled by them. Fine. Next, okay, it is about Vasco da Gama. Next, it is Christopher Columbus. Okay, next, the most important sailor, voyager, okay, in the world is Christopher Columbus. Who is Christopher Columbus? Who is Christopher Columbus? Anybody? All these things you studied only, but few things I say you may not. Who is Christopher Columbus? Founded North America. Okay, actually, he's from China. He is from Spain. Spanish or Spanish queen wanted him, Italian explorer, but is from Spain only. Spanish queen asked him to discover sea route to India. Okay, he landed. He landed in a particular continent. Okay, he thought that he found the India. He found the India, but it's not India. Later, um, later another person who discovered the same place, and he said it is not India. It is another continent called America. So it is discovered by um, Vespucci, that's why Americo Vespucci, that's why it is called the America. Clear? So, the discovery of Columbus, Christopher Columbus, okay, made the open the way for a European exploration and the colonization there in Americas, North America, or South America, or all other American countries. Clear? So first Vasco da Gama, next Christopher Columbus, next important person, Captain James Cook. Captain James Cook. He is the one. He is the one first. He's the one first recorded European in contact with the eastern coastline of Australia. Eastern coastline of Australia and the Hawaiian Islands and New Zealand. Okay, first recorded European. Okay, to go to eastern coastline of Australia and the Hawaiian Islands and New Zealand. Okay, and descendant of Captain James Cook. Okay, Captain James Cook is a British explorer, cartographer, navigator, and captain of a British Royal Navy. So this lesson, we are not afraid to die if we can all be together. Okay, it is written by Gordon. Okay, he is the descendant of Captain James Cook. Clear? Gordon, he is a physics and a maths teacher. Gordon is a physics and a maths teacher. Okay, in his free time, he spent running a business, in tourism business. Okay, in his leisure time, he spent time running a tourist business. Clear? The planned 3-year journey, the voyage that you are going to see here in this prose, finally become 16-year. So these things, it is not there in the text. What are all the things I say, it is not there in the text. It is a 3-year planned journey, voyage. Okay, he wanted to duplicate the world round, which is already done by Captain James Cook, who is a forefather. Clear? He is his descendant, and he planned for a 3-year journey voyage, but it became a 16-year epic journey after Gordon rebuilt his ship there in Australia. Okay, 3-year, he planned for 3 years, but it became a 16-year epic journey. 16-year epic journey. What happened there? What happened to them? What are all the problems they faced? How they survived? That's what we are going to see in this prose. Sue and Jonathan, Susan and Jonathan. Okay, and they two are son and daughter of Gordon. Son and daughter of Gordon, Captain Gordon. Clear? They were unable to attend, after this incident, they were unable to attend formal school education. However, they are not able to attend formal school education. Clear? So, they went on to receive two doctorates from Cambridge University. They went on to Susan and Jonathan. However, they were not able to attend their formal school education. Later, they went on to receive two doctorates from Cambridge University. Clear? It is about it is the outline of the prose. Okay, general image, the background. Fine. Next, moving on to the prose. Say, I'm going to discuss a few things which is not given in this prose in your book. Clear? If you want to make a note, you can make, because it is very important lesson. Whenever we conduct a monthly test and other exams, so we'll ask more questions from this lesson. Okay, first one. Gordon Cook set out from Plymouth. Okay, Plymouth, England. It is there in the text itself. Plymouth, with his wife and the children, to repeat the third and the last voyage that Captain James Cook made in 1776. Clear? As he is a descendant of James Cook, Captain James Cook, okay, who duplicate the world was around 200 years back. 200 years back in the year 1776. Okay, so after 2 years, in the year 1976, he wanted to do the final voyage. Okay, the centuries of Captain Cook's first two voyages. After 200 years of James Cook's voyage to duplicate the world round, okay. So few groups they plan for the voyage to round the world in the year 1963. In the year 1963, in the year 1969, in the year 1963, in the year 1969, but both of them failed. Okay, both of the voyages ended in failure. Okay, failed. Clear. But Gordon, he had a deep desire. He had a deep desire, as he is a descendant of Captain James Cook. Probably maybe he inherited such skills which James Cook had. See, I can compare this thing with that movie Seventh Sense. Seventh Sense in Tamil, what is that? Eram Arivu, acted by Surya, about the Bodhidharma. Clear? Yes? Present. It is Bodhidharma was prince for Pallava dynasty, and he went to China. He settled there itself. He was unable to come to India, and his descendant is Surya. Okay, but they are not that rich. Okay, they are ordinary men, and Surya was working in the circus. But he had the resemblance of Bodhidharma. Okay, and maybe the skills of Bodhidharma, it was there, that was triggered, that actually that was the movie. So similarly, Gordon Cook is a descendant of James Cook. Maybe he had, he was inherited the same skills of James Cook, Captain James Cook, and he had a deep desire. To sail in his own ship, okay, to repeat the Captain James Cook's final voyage after 200 years in the year 1976. Fine. Despite facing many problems, okay, he completed and fitted his ship. He completed and fitted his ship, a beautiful 70-foot schooner. 70-foot schooner, and the wave, that schooner is a wave walker. Clear? They followed the Captain Cook's routes across the South Atlantic, calling at the remote island of Tristan da Cunha before arriving in Cape Town. So in the text, you will be seeing that they will reach the Cape Town. Cape Town, it is there in South Africa. But what are the places I say, it is not there in your text. They followed the sea route of James Cook. Okay, James Cook, and the schooner carried the Cook family to Madeira. Okay, Madeira, 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 the Canary Islands, and then 6,000 miles to Rio de Janeiro. Clear? And then they followed James Cook's sea route, and they went to Tristan da Cunha before they arriving to Cape Town. Okay, so he went to all these places. and then finally they arrived to Cape Town, which is there in South Africa. It is mentioned Cape Town, about Cape Town. It is mentioned there in your text itself, and then leaving the Cape Town. Clear. Leaving the Cape Town, wave walker sailed up to 3,000 kilometers. So they didn't face any problems up to 3,000 miles. Okay, 3,000 miles. Okay, Australia is away from 3,000 miles away from the place where they are. Clear. But they have started facing worst weather. Okay, heavy wind and gigantic waves. Clear. And the schooner was then hit by cyclone Clarence. It is not there in the text. It is not there in the text. The schooner, the wave walker, was hit by the cyclone Clarence. The cyclone Clarence before sailing the last 2,000 miles voyage to Australia. Clear. So in the place where they were 3,000 kilometers away, miles away from Australia, they started facing the worst weather, and they were hit by the cyclone Clarence when they were away 2,000 miles away from Australia. Clear. Garden was awarded. God, after the incident, after being survived, okay, facing all those problems, Garden was awarded the prestigious Swatling Trophy. Prestigious Swatling Trophy by Shipwrecked Miners Society. Shipwrecked Miners Society for that year's most outstanding act of seamanship and navigation that saved the lives of all the people on the board. All the people on the board. Okay, it is the information about the text, about the prose and the background information. Any doubts in that? Any doubts, ma? Okay, so it is the